Have you ever noticed something strange when you pull away from a woman? Most men think she simply moves on, finds someone else overnight, but that's not the whole story. Today, I'm going to take you deep into a woman's mind. I'll show you exactly what she's thinking, feeling, and doing when you withdraw, and how this knowledge can put you back in control of the situation. So if you're tired of feeling powerless, confused, or unsure, stay with me. Because this isn't a trick. It's psychology. Pure human nature. 1. She thinks you found someone better. Here's what most men don't realize. When you pull back, when you stop texting constantly, when you don't reply right away, when your energy shifts, her first thought isn't, "Oh, he must be focusing on work," or "He's probably just tired." No, her first thought is, "Who is she?" And that thought, it's powerful. Because now, her mind starts racing. Is she prettier than me? Is she giving him something I didn't? Did I wait too long to choose him? Suddenly, you're no longer the guy she took for granted. You're the one who might be slipping away. And that fear, the fear of replacement, it sparks something primal inside her: curiosity, jealousy, desire. You become more valuable, not because you said or did anything, but because she can feel your energy is no longer fully on her. And now she's chasing a version of you she can't quite figure out. This doesn't mean you play games. It means you reclaim your focus. You stop broadcasting your feelings 24/7. You stop pouring attention into someone who hasn't earned it. Because when you shift that energy back into yourself, your goals, your purpose, your peace, you create emotional distance. And in that space, she starts feeling your absence. That's when she starts wondering, did I underestimate him? Is he done with me? Why am I suddenly thinking about him all the time? That's when she begins to chase. Not because you manipulated her, but because you reminded her of your value. So if she's been distant, cold, or dismissive, stop trying to convince her, stop trying to fix it, pull back, level up, and watch how quickly her curiosity turns into obsession. Her ego takes a hit. Here's a truth most men overlook. Women are used to attention, DMs, likes, compliments, options. It's part of their daily reality, especially if she's attractive. So when you suddenly go quiet, when you stop texting first, when you stop validating her with your time and energy, it doesn't just confuse her, it stings. Because in her mind, your attention was guaranteed. You were the guy who noticed her, the one who responded fast, who always cared, who always showed up. And now, silence. That shift hits her ego hard. She starts wondering, wait, did I do something wrong? Why isn't he chasing me anymore? Am I not good enough for him now? That self-doubt creeps in, not because you insulted her, not because you played games, but because your absence disrupted the emotional power she thought she had over you. And here's the key. It's not about hurting her. It's about balancing the dynamic. When a woman feels too secure in your pursuit, she doesn't have to engage emotionally. She doesn't have to wonder, she doesn't have to try. And when effort dies, so does desire. But when your energy pulls back, when your life no longer revolves around her, her ego gets challenged. And that challenge reignites the spark. She starts trying again, dressing better when she sees you, taking longer to reply but hoping you'll still message, testing your vibe, to see if you're still into her. All of that? It's her trying to regain emotional leverage, to restore what she lost when you stopped feeding her ego. So no, don't overcompensate. Don't apologize for pulling back. Let her feel it. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing. And when her ego realizes you've moved differently, that's when she starts moving toward you. 3, she begins quietly stalking you. Here's what happens when you pull back. She doesn't text you. She doesn't call. She doesn't say, "I miss you." But don't be fooled. She's watching silently, strategically. She checks your stories within seconds. She scrolls through your likes. She notices who you follow and who's engaging with you because women rarely chase with words. They chase with attention, subtle glances, digital breadcrumbs, a random like on an old post, a reply to your story, LOL for no reason, a check-in disguised as a joke. Oh, look at you, all mysterious now. She's not reaching out because she doesn't want to seem desperate, but the distance, it's eating at her. Your silence is louder than any message you could have sent. Why? Because she's used to being pursued, and now for the first time you're not playing the game. You're focused, calm, present, but not chasing. And that shift creates emotional dissonance. She's thinking, why isn't he chasing me anymore? Is he over me? Is someone else getting his attention now? That uncertainty breeds obsession. She tries to decode your behavior through indirect clues, and the more she watches without clarity, the more invested she becomes in the mystery of you. But here's the secret. You don't need to post flashy updates or cryptic captions. You don't need to prove anything. Just live, grow, stay grounded, show, through your energy, that you're not waiting on her reaction. Because when she realizes she's doing all the watching, and you're not reacting, that's when the game flips. She thought she had you figured out. Now she's the one spiraling, silently stalking, trying to understand where she lost your attention. And when a woman starts chasing answers, it's usually not long before she starts chasing you. 4. She begins questioning her own value. When you pull back, something subtle but powerful begins to unfold. She starts questioning herself, not because you criticized her, not because you argued, but because your silence leaves a void. And in that silence, her mind fills the gap with doubt. She wonders, did I say something wrong? Was I too distant? Was I even good enough for him? And that shift is massive. Because she was in control, she had your attention, she felt secure, adored, even chased. Now, that emotional certainty is gone, and she starts to spiral. It's not just your absence that affects her, it's what it makes her feel about herself. You didn't have to say a word. You didn't have to explain. All you did was stop pouring energy into someone who gave you little in return. And suddenly, she's the one feeling small. This is the psychological flip most men never understand. When you stop seeking her validation, she starts seeking yours, because your energy was a mirror. As long as you were giving and showing up, she felt valuable, by default. But now the reflection is gone, and she's forced to sit with her own reflection, unfiltered, unpraised. And that's when the emotional pressure builds. She may not text. She may not beg, but she'll feel it. Deeply. The same woman who once acted nonchalant now overthinks every interaction, wonders if she pushed you too far, starts doubting her appeal. And this doesn't come from cruelty. It comes from clarity. You respected yourself enough to stop overextending. And in doing so, you revealed how much of her confidence depended on your attention. So if you've ever wondered whether pulling back really affects her, understand this. When a woman begins questioning her own value, it's usually because a man finally remembered his. He remembered his. She tries to regain control. Here's what happens when your silence becomes too loud to ignore. She reaches out, not with a confession, not with an apology, but with something subtle. A "Hey stranger" text, a comment on your story, a random meme she thought you'd like, or even a casual call just to check in, but don't get it twisted. This isn't affection. It's a test. She's not missing you. She's missing her power over you. The version of you that used to react quickly, who used to light up when she gave the smallest bit of attention. She wants to know if that man still exists. So she tosses a line out, not to reconnect, but to measure your emotional temperature. And the worst thing you can do, jump back in like nothing happened. Because if she feels like she still has access to your energy without earning it, she'll pull back again. Why? Because the chase is over. The mystery is gone. The power shifts back to her. But if you stay composed, if you don't rush to validate her, if you hold your frame and reply when you're ready, she feels the difference. She realizes the old dynamic is gone. She doesn't have you on call anymore. And now, she's the one adjusting to you. That's when her ego starts to panic. She'll try harder, be more obvious, maybe even admit she misses you, because once she sees her tricks no longer work, that she can't reel you in with a breadcrumb of attention, she has to show up differently, or lose you for real. So don't fall for the test. Hold your ground. Respond with calm energy, not desperation. Because when she senses you're no longer predictable, she'll stop playing games and start realizing she might have lost something rare. How to handle it, step by step. Step 1, stay calm and unaffected. Don't rush back or become overly excited when she reaches out. Showing maturity signals you're not easily manipulated. Step 2, don't provide immediate validation. Your silence made her nervous. Now you need to let it work in your favor. Don't respond immediately. Give it some time. Step 3, watch her actions, not words. See if her actions match her curiosity. A woman who truly values you will put in effort, not just send a casual "hey stranger." Step 4, confirm your worth. Don't fold under pressure. Showing confidence in yourself makes you more desirable and less replaceable in her eyes. Final takeaway. Here's a powerful twist most men miss. The moment you detach from needing her validation, the power dynamic transforms. Suddenly, you're the prize. Your confidence, independence, and maturity become more attractive than anything else. So remember, pulling away isn't about playing games. It's about honoring your own worth. Because when you realize you're valuable with or without her, you become a man who can't be easily forgotten. If you liked this video, give it a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more psychology, confidence, and attraction hacks. See you in the next video.